All right, man. And Manuel or Manuel?
Actually, I've been called Honey.
Yeah.
Babe, no, it's actually it's Manuel. My name is Manuel, but they call me Manny, Manuel, or whatever. I mean, but I Manuel's fine.
Euresti?
Euresti. I know. Does that sound?
It's because I think the E throws, right?
Yeah, because of the camper stuff. Euresti.
Yeah.
Just put Euresti.
Euresti.
Yeah, I know. I for a long time. Hey, you do you own the campers? And if I was in a convenience store, I shouldn't say that. If I was in a convenience store, like yeah, sure they give me free deals or something like that. But no, this is an E. I think we're originally from. A lot of us are from San Marcos, Texas. Well, I just realized last year. I grew up last year, so I began to learn a lot from last year about adulting.
How long you been drumming?
Oh, God. I know I'm supposed to ask this because a lot of interviews I've seen people ask, you mean professionally? No.
No. How did it all start for you, man?
Well, it all started, I was 8 years old. 7 years old. I was 7 years old. My dad was babysitting me. My mom was working. And back in the day, he was sitting on a table, kitchen table, and the living room was just across, and there was a console, what they called a consola, which had record players, and it had 8 tracks and a radio. So my dad had his Winston's. He would smoke Winston's at the time, and he had his beer. And at that time, I remember, because it was the black and white beer that said beer. Now it was that beer. I remember, and he was babysitting. And me and my brother have always heard my dad hear music and drink just there at the house. He never was somebody to go out and party all night. He would stay at the house. And so this time, my mom worked at this store, McCrory's in Eagle Pass downtown. Woo! And there was a drum set that I wanted. It was way up there. Well, to me, it was way up there, right? And it was the Muppet Babies drum set. It was a blue one. It had a bass drum with animal imprinted in the front, and then it had one drum, and it had what seemed to be a cowbell, but it was a block, right? And it had that stand with a cymbal, and that was it. And I loved it. It was like $30-something. We're talking 1979, 1980, 81, which at that time was apparently a lot of money. And so finally, after a layaway, my mom got it out. So this time, my dad was babysitting, and he I remember I saw the album. It was Roberto Pulido and his son. They were fishing. This is the album cover. It's got Pequeñito. I don't know if you heard that song. No. It's a Pequeñito song that Roberto Pulido sings. And after that, he put Chuck Berry. And then after that, he put the Creedence Clearwater Revival, and after that I put Tigres, and then after that he put Ramon. I mean, he was down to about an 18-pack already, right? But music, but it was repetitive. That's all the albums he had. He had Vicente Fernandez on 8-track, and then he put one of my all-time favorites. He would put the Beatles, and I've been trying to look for this one album that has the hits of the Beatles. And I remember the cover because I actually accidentally poured something in I never heard the end of it. But that's how I started, 8 years old. I remember just banging. That's my recollection. My mom says that to keep me from going to the living room when she was mopping, keep me in the kitchen, she would put pots and pans and like the regular pots and pans hitting and make noise. That's what she says I did. I don't recall that. I recall that drum set, the baby. Hence, I always use the Animal on stage.
Yeah,
it's pretty people like, why? Because Animal's a drummer. Later I found out he was a drummer, but I didn't. It wasn't because of that. It's because it's a dream or a goal or something that I loved at first sight, and that's why it goes with me every time I play.
Yeah. But so long as you played, I mean, straight through.
Oh man, that would have been not too long ago. That was. So, folks whoever see me in the gym, if you ever see me in the gym, because I normally don't go to the gym, But if you ever see me at the gym and you see me working out and making all this face, it's not because I'm trying to get buff or build. I'm trying to build muscles where I use them to play, because it's tough, man, especially around this. And if there's certain techniques that when you play drums that you don't get tired because you're doing it the right way. But I did not know that. So getting to that point, learning was a struggle for me. This would give out on me and this. So the longest I ever played was I would have to say August 7th, 2015 at the Kickapoo Lucky Casino Hotel. We started at 10 o'clock. We ended at I want to say 2:15. Straight song. And so it's a debut of a band that I work with now still, and we just went straight. I mean, bands were hired from 10 to 12, and we just had it was so much fun. Well, but at the time we noticed, when you notice the time, that's when you get tired. Yeah. Like, it's 1? I gotta be tired, and you get tired. There was no restroom breaks. There was nothing. It was just straight. It was very intense. People loved it. I mean, luckily it helped us out, but it was the longest I ever played. And then after that would be with my compadre here in San Antonio, that he likes doing those 3-hour. Right. He would like to do those 3-hour shows, and I was like, wow, that's intense. And then he would do it on purpose. I know he would put a fast cumbia, and then you would throw him into a huapango. I'm like, what the? Yeah, that's tough. But it's good, man. It's a good experience. I like it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we used to do that too, to our drummer too. But we were young guys. We didn't know, when you first start, the rhythm was fast, right? You start fast, and you could take it, from a regular corrida to huapango, to valseada. You keep on going, but it's because you're young, Even the singers, they were able to keep up. But as you get older, it's like, no, we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, no kidding around. I swear it was this gig one time we did in I think it was in Houston, Texas. This year in Houston, Texas at Herrera's nightclub, and we played an hour and a half. That's all we played, but it was song after song after song. I actually. When I got up, well, first of all, it didn't happen this year that the sound came out. I noticed it this year. That when I got up, because I was using, my ears were plugged in, and so I heard me go, oh, when I was getting off the throne. So I was like, oh, that's not good. But I also they were trying to talk to me. Afterwards, they were doing some meet and greet on the side, or in the back of the venue. And I was like, if I had run a mile, I was like breathing hard, and I was like, I noticed that it took a lot of me, and it's because we're no spring chickens anymore, and that's why sometimes I do the walks. That's why I do the walks, not because I'm trying to get in shape. I'm just trying to get my ticker and my lungs in order to be able to survive those 2-3 hour gigs.
Yeah, I see that you do walking, right? You
do that I would often love to run. Yeah, I do. I try to do it as much as I can. I had a little small incident about a year and a half ago that I already had a bad back as it is, and I had a couple of herniated discs, and this time was a little bit more that they want to do surgery. I'm like, no, I don't want surgery. And it was in the middle of last year, which we were doing fairly well, and gigs and shows were coming up, and I couldn't be out. I didn't want to be out. So they did some procedure, and I'm fine. But the doctor said, this can last. This is only temporary fix. You're not gonna be fixed. You're just temporary, pain-free. So think of it as a Band-Aid, and if you take care of the Band-Aid and then you don't mess with it, kind of thing, you'll be fine. But if you start, messing around with it, then it might come off and it might hurt. So since I started walking and then jogging, and then pain started coming back. I'm like, yeah, because I'm a type of person, like, if I'm not sweating, I'm not exercising. But no, the better side of me said, nah, just keep on walking. So that's what I do. I just keep on walking and do my minutes according to my phone, and I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
That's what I do it.
You ever try like something different, like different kind of exercise, maybe like a yoga or maybe like a breathing exercise?
I did told me about breathing exercise, especially I would a couple of years ago I would get a lot of anxiety. I get anxiety, and they give me some breathing exercise to do, but I haven't tried it. Yoga, I haven't. I'm not gonna say it's not on my bucket list, but I mean that's something that I wouldn't mind trying. Yeah, it's pretty.
There's this exercise, this breathing exercise called the Wim Hof method. I remember I showed it to you. It's real good. It also helps out like for people with anxiety, and even it says it helps out with people with depression too.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could, you try it out to see,
Yeah, I do. Believe me, anything would help because sometimes I've only had a couple of days off. And
it doesn't take long. I mean, I used to do it before. I stopped because of, I don't know why I stopped. Just got lazy. Yeah, it only takes me 15 minutes. 15 minutes a day.
No, it's worth it if it's going to help. Yeah, definitely. This walking takes me about 45 minutes, but I force myself sometimes to do it. I try to, one of my routines I do every morning is and what we're talking about this is prior to this interview was that I wake up and the first 10 minutes I hear motivation, either some mass, some whatever beliefs that one may have. I put that and then I put motivation while I'm getting ready. That's way before I even check any emails, any texts, which is tough. I believe me, to wake up, look at your phone, and not just to put YouTube and not look at anything else. That's a challenge in itself, because you're like, especially with me, like what email do I need to reply, what text do I need to get to, where am I going to be this week? Yeah. So it's hard for me that for the first 10 minutes I put it and just leave and put a little speaker, and that's what I do every morning to get myself hyped up for the day.
And it's a big difference when you don't. I mean, I do the same thing.
Oh, yeah?
First thing in the morning, when you're barely waking up is when you hit it, because that's when your mind is like, to me, it's like your mind's more open. So it's more open to get information. So if you put bad stuff in there, that's what you're going to be pretty much thinking the whole day.
Yeah, and it could be bad news. I think now about my shows being canceled until one day after they told me, like later on during the day. One time that the shows were canceled, like had it been in the morning that I saw it, I would have been like, it ruined my day. Yeah, but it's all. I believe that it's got to be oneself to motivate. I mean, you can't really. If I can help anybody be motivated, that's awesome. But you really got to do it yourself, man. And you got to wake up every morning and know that regardless of whatever's happening in the world, you got to go out there. I mean, it's only you. It's you. It's you. And if I believe you surround yourself with positive people, good things are going to happen. So maybe you're that one positive person. And if I get people who are real negative. I mean, they're so negative. They're so negative that, I mean, I could not express it better than, I guess, Les Brown. They'd say one time, they're so negative, they could walk into a dark room and start growing. That's how negative they are. But I don't shush them away. I used to shush them away. Yeah. I used to shush them away, like kind of like get away from them, kind of want to be around negative people. But no, I found out that maybe it's me that they need to be part of their life, because they're so negative, and they need me as a positive person to maybe change that on them, or maybe give them a little hope of something. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, I'm not that positive person. I'm not like, I love Tony Robbins, I love hearing him, but I'm not that, yeah, the glass is half full, that kind of thing. No, because that would be, I wouldn't even put up with myself that way. But I try to look at positive things. Yeah.
That reminds me of a saying I heard before. You can't fight the darkness. The only way you can fight the darkness is for you to bring in the light.
Exactly.
You be the light.
Yeah. Nobody else is going to be. Yeah. You got to get up in there. And I was very. First of all, thank you for having me. I know we're getting to the conversation already, but thanks for having me here, man. It's pretty cool. And I got it's pretty cool. I know we got to share a stage.
We did. We went to Houston, right?
Oh yeah, that big old sold out show.
That was bad.
Yeah, for folks that didn't know, that was the. Everybody goes through that. Sometimes you play for 100 people, sometimes for 1,000, sometimes you play for, was it 2, 3?
Was it the young ladies there that were serving?
Yeah. it was the lighting was awesome.
Yeah.
The lighting was awesome, but it was a learning experience, man. It was a learning experience. But we got to share the stage. I know we played a couple of times, and we played with some. I played with your brother a couple of times too. It's awesome, man. It's great talent, and I'm glad we played with my compadre, with Chris compadre too. he was here in the show previously.
Yeah, he was here about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
He's awesome.
First
too,
experience was the money, man. It was. I remember I was 14 years old, and then I was playing at a junior high spring concert. You know how you do the spring concerts, and all the parents came. My dad had this big old camcorder. Remember those big old suckers? It was big old. You put the VH stuff.
So you still got one, right?
Yeah, those start the light. And a lot of parents had them, right? And then I was playing. We're playing a spring concert, and I remember I was a 7th grader, 8th grader, I think, and they gave us a job of putting the drum set up, the jazz drum set. But we had 2 drum sets because there was a 9th grade jazz and a 7th grade jazz kind of thing. So by that time, I was all into, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, Poison, Striper. I wasn't metal, but I was into rock, right? And so my whole thing is to put the 2 bass drums, like a typical rock set, man. I remember. And we played our thing. I think we built the city by Starship. And as a jazz for the parents, right? And then suddenly told me, stay. And I'm like, okay, I'll stay. And one of the saxophone players, took out his accordion. Wow. And then another bass player took out a bass. Whoa, this is getting intense. Like, what are we gonna do, right? Wow. And then he turns around. He says, no te metas con mi tutu. Like, don't mess with my tutu. Like, I remember the times that my dad would put the songs on the albums. That came across one of the albums he put, the Texas Tornadoes kind of thing, So it reminded me. It's like, I know how it goes. And we started playing, and the guy got on the floor, starting the accordion. I mean, the guy was amazing. And they were brothers. And the next day, they came up to the house. They lived about 2 blocks away from my house in Eagle Pass, and they came up to me and they knocked and this is. I'm gonna try to this. I may be paraphrasing, but I remember the first couple of things they said, "Carnal." I'm like, whoa, that's heavy right there. They're "Carnal, you want to play drums?" I'm like, well, yeah, man. He goes, yeah, but they liked it. I mean, we got something together, and it was fun, man.
Man, your stories are pretty interesting. So I don't know, maybe we'll just do the challenge with your stories.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Well, so long as that is so long. Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, last time what we did with Jose Leon.
I
don't know if he told you or.
No, he hasn't told me, but he should have warned me.
We did the hot sauce challenge.
Oh snap!
You like hot sauce?
I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna say yes. I can't be. But let me just tell you that I order mild wings, so I don't know.
I think there was the ghost pepper that.
Okay, yeah. I never back down from Madera. Well, I said.
Oh yeah.
14 million Scovilles.
14 million.
Jalapenos like 7,000.
Oh man, he's gonna feel that in the morning, huh? But as long as it's not milk.
You want to see it? Check them out. They're right there. Check them out. No, we don't have any milk though.
No, good. That would literally kill me. People who know me, they. Oh my goodness! Why 3?
It's because it's a challenge, man.
Oh.
3-question challenge. And for each question, we have.
Oh, I like that mild. Okay, so what's the challenge? What's the?
But the way we eat this is with you ever had Takis?
Oh, more. So this is salsa on top of spicy stuff?
On top of Takis?
Oh man, you're gonna make me cry. I mean, you're gonna make me,
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, you go all out, huh?
Yeah. Man, well, we have that, but I'll give a second option because I like to give everybody a second option.
Okay.
Okay, we got these frozen energy smoothies.
Oh boy.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And with these, what we'll do is, I don't know, you like cold stuff?
Yeah.
Any foods? What we could do is intentionally give ourselves brain freeze.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I do that all the time. I do that all the time, unintentionally, but I do it all the time. And I know what I'm doing because they're talking to me, and I'm just drinking away, listening to what they're saying, and
Man, I'll get brain freeze real fast.
Where are
too.
those from?
These are Chewies. Yeah, I got a friend that does these energy smoothies. So it's real fruit,
Okay.
and
We're eating healthy?
it's real fruit, and he throws in some B12 vitamins in there for energy. You know.
Really?
Yeah, so they're
Wow.
real good. So it's, I mean, what do you want to do? Hot sauce, or the intentional brain freeze?
You know what? I'm gonna set the bar for whoever comes in next. Let's do
right.
both.
Oh, there you go.
There
Let's
you
do
go.
it, man.
That sounds good.
We'll leave these out for a little while. We'll do those first. That way they can melt a little bit because they're all icy.
Yeah, I'll probably be digging on it right
Yeah.
after I hit this. Okay, so what's
All right.
what's this?
So let's do these first. We'll break out the bowls are right there. But while we're doing this, man, tell us your story. How did you meet your compadre?
Oh man, this is shortly after. Remember that story I was telling you about getting together with those 14-year-old, 15-year-old?
Yeah.
Well, you know them as los Garcia brothers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're called los Clavelitos back then.
Yeah, los Cabritos.
Yeah, Clavelitos. We're called Clavelitos. We used to play for intermission because his dad had a band. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Joe Garcia y los Amigos or Joe Garcia y la Familia. No, Joe Garcia y los Amigos, which is the dad. And in intermission, they would put us. Mind you, I was 14, Jimmy was 15, and I was playing type of chamaco songs and Ramon Ayala songs. It was pretty hip. And that's when I got my first paycheck. They gave me an envelope with $30, and that's when I wait a minute, I get paid to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was so innocent back then, so that kind of messed it up for me. After that, I was like, I can make money off of this, and so I was really wrong. I mean, years after I found out that, I mean, it's not about fame and fortune. I believe that if you're in it for fame and fortune, you plateaued already. It's not.
But like I was saying earlier, when you're young, you don't know really what your mindset's gonna be. When you grow older, you change, and like I said, my priorities changed too. I mean, I started the same way. You want to play in the band because you want money, you want fame, right?
Money and chicks. That's what my dad
chicks,
said.
yeah.
Yeah, that's. My God, sounds corny right now.
I think there's another one in there, right? One more.
There's another sauce.
The bonus sauce.
The bonus sauce. Okay.
Is there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Two more.
Wait a minute.
Just get one.
Me and my big mouth. Man.
We'll get the weird one.
No, that's a sriracha. I mean, we're not having sushi. Try the other one.
Non-traditional?
Non-traditional. Yeah, we're having. Since today is 16 de septiembre, right?
Oh.
We gotta go with-
technically, yes.
Yeah, we gotta go with
Que viva Mexico. That's right.
Valentina.
Yeah, you got the Valentina,
Wow.
el Yucateco. Got the Yucateco.
I see those in the restaurants all the time, and I've never been part of my meal.
And Sontava. Well, careful, man. Did you move the camera? You move the camera. Check to see if the camera's. It looks like you had enough of the.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. No, I can have another one.
I can have it. It's so good. Got a 6-pack left. I'm gonna keep this
Alright.
really close to me.
I know, man.
I can. So,
Ooh, I'm already sweating, and we haven't even started, man. All right, so we'll leave that one to last.
that's a special one.
That's a special one.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, so usually what we do is we call this a hot question. Hot question, right? Hot question time.
Okay.
But that's always been backfiring for us.
Some strange questions.
We got to do a little bit more research on those questions. So what we do is tell us your story, and we'll.
Okay. Oh, so I met my compadre. We actually, he probably told a story about how he first started singing New Past. I think La Diferencia was playing. And La Rama Mezquita thing, they were going to sing it, and they asked somebody to come up on stage, and we all pushed him on stage to sing. And next thing you know, crowds will go wild, and the singer is trying to get, Ricardo was trying to get the microphone, like, thank you, right? And Pepe was just
He was just
running
he
around.
just took off again.
Just took off, man. It was funny. But it was good. He sang good. After that, they
Yeah.
got together. People started in bands. A lot of people wanted to get together. And he said, I'm taking up San Antonio. He must have been 18. He goes, I'm going to take up San Antonio and Tejano capital of the world. And I go, I can't. I can't leave, right now. He said, well, I'm going to take off, compadre. And as soon as I make it over there, I'm going to give you a call. So, sure enough, a year later, I was already living in Austin. And I moved to Austin, and he called me. He said, hey, this group I was playing locally called Ambición, and said they wanted you to try out. These old cats. I mean, these old horns and stuff, good musicians. And, of course, me being the youngin' that I am, being the showboat and everything, you know how you are when you're young, and I was too fast in the song. They didn't like me. I didn't make it. But it set the pace for like years later for me to start. I ended up becoming roommates with him, and it was very interesting because at that point he didn't know how to play accordion. He played guitar and a few dabbled in keyboards. Mm-hmm. But we got so tired of hiring accordion players that were being chiflados. They were being chiflados, man. They were like, they wouldn't show up to practice. They wanted so much money every gig and so forth. That he bought an accordion. Well, we thought it was a great idea. But, mind you, we both worked. He was a teacher, and I worked at some convenience store at like 4 a.m. So we didn't get to do a lot of stuff like go out and stuff like that. Yeah. So when we slept in. But he would practice his accordion, and at the time we lived in like a single wide mobile home. And so he would just go to the kitchen and start playing, all his chones and start playing. And I'm like, son of a gun, I want to sleep. So
you were sleeping.
But I was sleeping.
He would
right?
practice.
No, this is it's really interesting because it gets funny, because he would do it all the time, and I would get him like, hey, compadre, let me sleep, man. I gotta go to work. No, compadre, I think I got it. All right. And you know how you try to do a song over and over until you hit that one note. So it was no. I was like nada me importa from Cornelio Reina.
Mi tesoro.
Mi tesoro. He was like da 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 da. Trying to find it after a while it's really like right. And so fine. So one time, because we had like you set up here, we had the drum set in the living room. We had the drum set in the room because that's where we rehearsed too. So I remember one time I woke up early, and like he was asleep, right? So I started banging on the drums. Just started banging on them, just banging, just doing solos, not even like a beat, just solos, just banging on them. And I'm like, let's gotta get him back, right? Pues doesn't come back with the accordion, and chones with the accordion. I mean, do that. Look, I could do. It comes out. I got that beat. Look, we do this. Instead of getting him mad, he actually motivated him to. Yeah. So that's the story how we met, and that's how we started the whole 5-6 CDs later. We've gone through a lot. I mean, we've been shortchanged like anybody else. Shortchanged, signed contracts we should have signed, play with people we shouldn't have played. And we went through all that. No salió. Yeah, traveled to Dallas, and here's $50. So, I remember traveling to Laredo to play, and Los Chamacos were playing. Chamacos, it was Jaime and Los Chamacos, 20 years ago. Now, at the time, Manuel Euresti was still with them. And that was one of my idol drummers, Manuel Euresti from Chamacos, original Chamacos, and. Remember, his dad loaned us a 15 passenger van. Back in the days, not like today's. Back in the days, like a little more oval shape, right? It was plastic seats, not plastic, but the vinyl kind of seats. Yeah. If you put too much armor on, you turn around, you slide off, right? And everybody wanted to be part of it because we were working with Stephanie Lynn and the Chamacos, and we were playing. So everybody wanted to be part of it. So it was like 10 of us, and only 4 or 5 members of the band, right? But the rest were just people that just wanted to be there. I remember they had the extra on the way back. They took a seat off. They had the extra. It wasn't like the extra. It was a tire. without the rim, right? And so that was my bed. Actually, like when you go tubing, that's how I came back from Laredo that night. Stephen went through some crazy stuff, man. Together, we got lost in Houston. We ended up in some ocean. I don't know where we were. It's been crazy. That's
here. Okay, we'll start with this one.
I'm sweating and I'm not even tasting it yet.
We'll put it there. We'll start with this one. This shouldn't be
too hot.
Number one, the first one, right? First level, Valentina. Here you go.
Okay. So what do we do? We just put it in there.
Let's put it in there. Put it in there, and we're gonna take a couple of bites before you tell us your next story, man.
Whew. I can smell this stuff, man. It's like when you have wings and bring them to you, you start coughing.
Oh, man.
And that's the mild one. Oh, my God.
Well, let's get started. See.
Okay, do we have to finish it, or we just take
Well, for these, just a couple. I mean, Because we're going to throw in some other ones on there.
Okay, let me take... And I know people, whoever's watching this, whenever you watch this, I know y'all told me always throw my gum away. It's I play with... The reason I do it is because I always play with gum. The reason I do it, if I don't, my faces, they're weird on pictures when I'm drumming. They come out like really weird. Like like really, really weird, because I have to. So this keeps me occupied while I'm drawing. Yeah. That's the only reason I do it.
We used to have a teacher in high school. She would give us gum the day of our exam. She says it'll help you concentrate.
Best. It's true. And take good pictures. Well, not good, but not really fun. I've seen my pictures. I'm like, and for me to say, oh, but I was drumming, I was like, oh, we don't want to put that. What was I thinking? Yeah. Okay, let's try this.
Let's do it.
God.
That's good.
Ain't not bad. No.
Not bad, man.
No. I actually now see what. Oh my God. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Kind of creeps up on you, doesn't it? Oh man. I'm gonna be almost closer in a little bit. Yeah. So. Yeah. So man. After I learned a lot from him. He introduced me to a lot of people. I got to meet a lot of people. Roger Contreras. Bass player. Used to be Oscar G. A lot of folks that I know that I got to meet is because of him introducing me to this because he was living here. It was pretty fun, man. It was.
But you're able to play with different kind of styles, right? You're that versatile drummer where you're able to adapt and learning.
Yes, and been blessed and fortunate, because not lucky, but blessed and fortunate. Luck has nothing to do with it. And people tell me like, "Oh, you're just lucky." No, nothing to do with luck. It's a lot of work.
You work at it.
But I got tired of people when I went back home after. Oh my God! After leaving San Antonio, went back home, Seal Pass. The rock scene was kind of heavy over there. You thought Tejano? No, well, no Tejano. When I left, Tejano was hip. Like, it was in. You had a lot of Tejano bands. Whether or not you had a lot of rock bands. And I used to like rock, so, you know. And I spent 12 years playing Tejano Norteño Conjunto here. Anyways, I got tired of people telling me, oh, we got a drummer. Oh, we got a drummer. Oh, we got a drummer. I'm like, okay, well, I play percussions too. I didn't. I remember playing one time when I was 14 years old to help this band out, and it was like the Bronco song. Esta canción que canto. And it was simple, right? They taught me how to do that, so I knew how to play that one song. I didn't know how to, so this friend of mine, who is now a music brother of mine, that we have this project going, this rock project that we have right now. He said, like, well, why don't you just come play percussion? I'm like, but we play rock. I'm like, well, we play rock with percussion. And I'm like, right. And this is, mind you, years ago. This is 2006. And now when you see Guns N' Roses or any rock band, you'll see a percussionist in the real band.
Yeah.
You'll see him. So he had an eye for that. And from then on, I learned. I came and got some money together, bought myself a percussion set, and doing work at lunchtime, I would YouTube and some Tito Puentes, and because I had timbales too, and they showed me how to do slap and stuff, and I would do songs, and I did that for about, I would say, a year, like every day.
Yeah.
Every day, a year every day. Well, most of the week, not every day, but, a lot of the days of the week. Any chance I could to learn how, and that's how I started that. And then I found out that was my foot in the door in any band. Like, in any band. It's like, oh, but you play drums? Yeah. Oh, but we had a drummer. And most of the times they have drummers real set, real good. But do you have a percussionist?
Yeah.
He goes, I never tried it. He goes, let me sit in. He goes, you don't have to pay me, just let me sit in. And sure enough, every time I sit in, work paid off. They love the feel, they love the way it fills in. And as time progressed, my set got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, now it's bongos, congas, a 10-inch snare, 12-inch tom, hi-hats, 5 cymbals, chimes, 2 timbales. Right, that's a whole set now. And so any song you put on me, I try to play. And working with DJs, working with Tejano, working with Conjunto, or we're in a quinceañera. I mean, you can go straight from Los Relámpagos straight to Jay Perez, boom, and then go there from Tumana, and you gotta be very prepared.
Yeah.
To know those songs. So that was my foot in the door in the right direction. But now, it's kind of like when you do something at work. And you're the only one that may not know how to do it. A lot of people know how to play percussion. Believe me, there's a lot of better percussionists out there. My respects to them. I've seen them. I long to learn from them. But what I'm doing, the versatility that I'm doing, that it puts you where now they just want to hire you for that. And I keep telling people, but I'm a drummer.
But I'm a drummer.
But I'm a drummer. But you can do this, right? I'm like, yeah, but I'm a drummer.
We're ready for round 2?
It's on top of this.
It's on top of this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Anybody got some Kool-Aid? No.
What?
It's not even. Okay, it's not even open.
No, you gotta open it here. Sontaba. And we just pour it on top.
Let's mix it together.
Now, this other group you're playing with is Bad Cat musicians.
Oh, BCM. BCM. That's a blues. That's how I started here in San Antonio, networking in San Antonio. I had a day off, and I came to San Antonio. It was during Christmas holidays. It was a Sunday night, and I came in. I was passing through a bar, a martini. Well, now it's a martini bar, and I saw this band playing. I'm like, oh, I'm a sucker for live bands. So I went in there and I digged it. I digged it. I'm like, yeah. And so after about 6 months of doing it, the guy finally reached out to me and said, hey, you gotta play. And I go like, well, I play a little bit. I said, okay, well, why don't you sit in? And luckily for me, they played some bluesy song that I was somewhat familiar with. If you would have caught me with someone else, I would have been like, well, come on, because I had no play blues. I hadn't played blues, but I kid you know, we're gonna
This
put
one,
that.
This one smells doing all right.
The camera ran out of. I forgot to move.
It happens. It happens.
Well, we have lots of.
Oh yeah, this is why we have camera.
All right, so we'll just switch it.
Just keep on.
Yeah.
I'll just keep. Actually, maybe we'll switch it.
You put some already, or just...
Not yet. No.
Okay, you're gonna wait till the camera comes on.
Let's see.
This is how ruthless I am. I'm gonna take one more.
Go for it, man.
Okay, we get it.
Let's see. This one smells. Man, this one smells good.
Good as in spicy, or good as in...
Good as in good. Oh man, different kind of color.
Oh man, I should have taken that one.
Oh, you haven't tried the best one.
Habanero, extra hot.
Habanero. Okay, I just heard that's spicy. Habanero in itself.
I think it's one of the spiciest ones, right? Habanero.
Oh, and there's more.
We'll go with we'll do just one more after this one.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay.
So anyways, man, these questions that we're doing, they were like really raunchy, sexy questions. It was supposed to be like hot.
Yeah.
they were just like too raunchy, too hot. But
yeah, those are, and this, BCM is a project that we're working on right now. It's Blue Cast Musicians, and we're trying to venture out now to other cities, other than San Antonio. These guys are real talent. I mean, it's so much fun. Odie and John. I've learned a lot from them. Their techniques. They're, fun fact, they both have degrees, bachelor's degrees on it, but they're full-time musicians.
yeah,
Full-time musicians, and they're both very good drummers. That's their main forte, drums. But Odie, like you said, like he shreds the guitar and all that. He's a good guy because of the chicks early on, but he's amazing guitarist. And John plays guitar, and he now plays bass. So, I mean, to play with those guys and being in the downtown network of blues in San Antonio is kind of pretty much of an honor, man. It's pretty good because it's. I look at it back in the day when I remember getting paid $5, $10, like not too many years ago. I would play for tips. Yeah, a month before they hired me.
I understand, man.
Yeah, it's tough. People says like, "Oh, you got it." No, man, I gotta work at it. But I learned a lot from those guys. Every band that I played with so far, I've learned a lot. Just when I think I know what I'm doing,
You learn something new.
Yeah,
right?
I learned something new.
3 minutes. Shall we wait or?
We should just,
Sure,
stop real quick, so we can be set.
Well, let's do this real fast. We'll munch up real fast for 1 minute.
Okay.
And then we'll take the next segment. All right. Let's see.
Okay. This is. Oh my God. This has 3.
Water, man.
Oh God. Oh my.
This is a good one.
I had 3 drops on it. Oh. Oh my own.
Yeah, you'll like this one, Chris, man. This is good.
Oh man. Woo. Hopefully the next person does can see this that hey, I did it. I did. If anything, folks that know me, they're like, "Oh my God, he's not gonna do it." They probably bet that I wouldn't do it. Cause I'm a real.
We gotta finish it, man. Before this.
The what? This is like a meal. Yeah, I'm just doing another one.
This one's good.
Is that like Cholula?
This one?
Does it taste like Cholula?
You know what?
Just smoother, but has a good kick, man. Okay, now I can't feel my mouth. The other one was like irritating. Kind of, it's good, but this
The
Valentina,
Valentina?
yeah, but this one is, whoo, yeah.
It's okay, it'll numb your mouth for the next ones.
These things are hot, dude.
How important is it to you, like, to dedicate your time and, you know, your talent to special events like these, like for kids with autism, you know, have special needs?
It hits real. It hits home a lot because my son's autistic. He has Asperger's autism, and that's why one of the reasons why my friend Jose Castillon, we started the band Pin, rock cover band from Eagle Pass, is because we're getting billed, man. We're getting specialist bills. I know my kid's mom was telling me about the insurance. Being a musician, you don't have insurance, and you know, so many stuff you have to do, and specialists. And then it was very hard for us to just keep afloat, much less plus for this, pay for this special needs that, you know, special attention specialists that the kids need. So I mean, you know, if you're a cook, you would sell tacos because that's what you know how to do. And if you know mechanic, you start, you know, fixing cars on the weekend because that's how you know how you do. We're neither a chef nor a mechanic, but we know what we could do was play music. So we said, let's do this, and our main focus, which we lost our focus along the way because we didn't expect the response that Eagle Pass, Uvalde, Crystal City, Del Rio, Carrizo, San Antonio gave us in a year. I mean, we went from playing 2 shows at the casino to playing last year. It was 67 shows.
Wow.
Yeah, and the reason I know it was because I was counting them. I have the list. I was like, wow. And not to mind you, some of them were, a couple of days were twice because of 30-minute shows or whatever, or whatever, campaigning or festivals. So that's where we started. And how to address that question is it really hits home when it comes to kids. I think I would love to do it. I mean, I love to do it. I'm playing anywhere I'm playing, except because that Sunday is when they do it Sundays in Eagle Pass. Wherever I'm at, I've been playing in Houston, Dallas, Austin, Amarillo. I've been playing in Lubbock on Saturday, and I make sure I'm 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock p.m. in Eagle Pass, and then travel to San Antonio at night to play here. But it's very important because it got to a point where, I kid you not, I play like two songs, and the kids just take over the set. I keep a beat in the cabo, right? But they, I mean, and they have their own little fans, man. It's you gotta be there, right? I'm sorry I touched your mic, but they have their own little fans. They're taking pictures of them, and it's like they're living their dream, and you're helping them accomplish that. I mean, and for whatever reason, I mean, it's not to put a downer on this interview, but we did one event. It was his birthday, and for privacy, I'm not gonna mention his name, but Carlos, my friend, knows who I'm talking about. We did an event there in Eagle Pass, and he's Down syndrome. And as you know, and I don't know if you met a lot of folks with Down syndrome. They hug. Yeah. They hug a lot. So they don't say hi. They just hug, right? And especially if they know you. So it's really warm, and it's really not like oh hi. No, it was like hi, like really mean it. Like you can feel their hugs. And he said hi. He said hi to me, and he was walking away. He was wearing a tie because it was his party, and I went, wow, it's all dolled up. I mean, why are we doing this? And he had a scar in his back, like a scar coming from the neck, right? And I go, why? What happened? And he said, oh, he has cancer. I go, what? And I go, okay. So I started researching and stuff, and the next time going on, 2 or 3 weeks went on, and I got more interested in it. More. I wanted to find out. And I found out that the leading cause of Down syndrome kids or Down syndrome people is cancer. And to me, that's a double. I mean, what? You know, it's really...
What do you mean? Like
most Down syndrome kids are diagnosed with cancer sometime in their...
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're more susceptible to it. And I just couldn't... It baffled me. I couldn't process it because, to me, it was being unfair. Mm-hmm. You know, it was being unfair. Like, what? So it is what it is. And to me, like, I was raised up with Superman, Batman, and Chapulín Colorado, and people who are superpowers have that extra chromosome. But that extra chromosome in real life is what makes these folks Down syndrome. Yeah. So I didn't think it was fair. So I was kind of mad at situations, stuff like that. But so I made a vow to make sure that any way I could help them, any way, music, if I can donate my time and stuff for them. And I've been getting calls, and if I have time, I'll do it. I mean, I love, especially because those kids are. Oh man!
But I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yeah. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No,
do they know like why? Is it something new that's coming up from the years, or is it already like from the past that they already?
I think it's in the past. And research that was based on the past. I just I was really just like, wow. To me, I mean, I know it sounds bad, because to me it was like a double whammy. But you see them. Man, they're full of life. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're awesome.
They can be insincere. It's like their emotions are what their emotions are. Like
yeah. They're awesome. So if you ever get a chance to be part of an effort for that, man, I encourage it because it's it's not being selfish. It's just you find yourself a purpose in life, and when you do it, and when you get to do something that you love and do it for somebody who you really care about, especially when it hits home because one of your own is, and it's awesome. It's the best feeling, and that's how I knew that when I become a success, that's what to give back to the community, to give back to this organization. will be something very something that I want to do for these kids, because they're and mind you, some of them can keep. I mean, they got it down.
Yeah.
One of them, I do this thing where I twirl my drumstick and I play and twirl my drumstick. The guy does it too. It was amazing. He was. I saw him the other day, and I saw him at HEB, and he just hugged me and stuff like that. It was pretty cool, man. That's the best feeling ever. Playing amongst 1,000 people is a great feeling. I got to do that recently, like I was telling you, and I got goosebumps because people were singing the song. I'm like, wow. But the same feeling is with us playing for these kids, and that's pretty cool. I encourage people, musicians out there, donate your time to do that, because it's a feeling that no money, no CD, no Grammy, no any award's gonna give you. The feeling that you get of helping people like that.
Yeah, man, that's stupendous. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. I've been blessed. Like I said, I've been blessed, and these kids are. I know I'm sorry I let you down this past Sunday, but I had it's a show that I had to do, but I'll be there next time.
Yeah, we'll make it up. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Our last one. We do the last one.
Oh,
now that we've let it cool down now. Well, let's see. Which one do you want to do? We have another habanero, but this one's extra hot.
Oh, it has triple X. I don't know, but when I was young, that meant good thing. Yeah, but I don't know about now.
What do you want to go with, that one, or you want to go with the ghost pepper?
What? Okay, that one's open. You tried that one already.
Yeah, we already tried that one. This one. We already tried this one.
Okay, let's. I don't know. Let's do this one.
All right, awesome. We'll do this one.
Oh man.
Now, tell us a little bit more about Pin, right? Because we already.
Pin. Yeah,
man, we got a lot of stories. We also got your story with La Sombra, right?
Man, that was. And I guess everybody in the Tejano world would know that.
How's Tony Guerrero doing?
He's doing great. Yeah. He's doing great, much better. I just when did I talk to him? Didn't speak to him. I was messaging with him about 2 days ago. Right now he announced something. It was about. I messaged him, hey, what are you talking about, Willis? Because some great big news he's gonna put on the 18th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go live. I go, wait. Because sometimes he would tell me, he would announce, we're gonna see you in this place, and I'm like, when? I'm like, I didn't even know. Yeah, so he's doing much better, man. He's doing much better. He's a faker. No, he's
but he was pretty sick for a
while.
Oh
yeah. He was very sick, man. When it was went to see him and
just so the people at home know.
Yeah, it's not kidding around.
It's not
man.
fake, right?
When I went to see him at the hospital, he was like, mira, watcha. I'm like, what, dude? Yeah. I was, dude. But he was, I haven't met in the music industry someone so dedicated and so determined and so to their art. That's him, man. I can tell you why. We were playing, and we did 2 shows in Monterrey, one in Escobedo and one in Guadalupe. And he was playing. I remember we're starting the Sancho song. It's Sancho song, and we started playing. It's an intro. We started playing. He turns around to take a drink of water. And what most folks don't know this is that when he gives you the bag, he's looking straight at me, and I could see his eyes teary of the pain he was in. I mean, he would breathe hard, drink water, and then go back and do the dance, and then come back, and I would see it. I was seeing his face, like, and I go, "You okay?" And he would just he wouldn't answer, but he would do an hour and a half straight under extreme pain. I'm like, oh. Then I said, okay, I know he was in pain, but it wasn't until he got the first surgery that I saw what they did. I'm like, whoa. And I got to hear what the doctors were saying. I'm like, wow, that was painful. And I could just picture the guy, jumping up and down and dancing and singing. You know how you sing from a diaphragm? This guy them songs are high. Mm-hmm. He was really reaching out there, and I was, wow, I never met anybody so dedicated to, like, not letting the people down, like the fans. He was always about the fans, Like, he would not let anybody down. And we told him one time until he almost the last straw was in Pearsall. We did a show. I think it was the K1. K1 was there, and then we closed on the show. Well, we played after them, and mid show he almost passed out. Yeah, I almost passed out because por cabezón.
Yeah, I know we can't ask him that because he's not here. But I mean, I will ask you, like, where would you draw the line? You know, like how would you know, like say, hey, I'm not gonna do this right now until I'm gonna, for you.
For me, it's when ultimately we do this because we love what we do, and for a better future for our kids. The people say, like, how you say about money, you don't money and fame and fortune, blah blah blah. What I say, but one thing that my daughter or my kids are gonna take from this, their takeaway I want them to be is like, follow your dreams, no matter that you're too old, you're too old, or they tell you why you trying to act like a kid being in a band, or you're not good enough, or you sound too tejano, or you sound too much rock. No matter what they tell you, man, follow your dreams, because your daddy could do it, so can you. But where would I draw the line? Is when it endangers me not being able to see them grow older. When that's put on the line, that's when I have to stop and say, hey, no, I got to be a grandpa someday. Not yet, but someday. I got to be a grandpa someday, so I want to be sure that I'm there, like my parents have been with me, and my mom and my dad. So that's where I would draw the line. If it endangers me, saying the doc says, hey man, you're going to croak if you go on stage again, then that's where we'll draw the line. I would have to. I mean, I could rest and then play again. If I did it already, I could do it again.
I got a quick question, but first let's munch on these. Let's see.
Okay, so
how hot this one is.
Dude.
You ready?
Okay.
All right. Now this is the last sauce. So we got to finish this now.
Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah, there you go. What? Oh man.
This is a good one.
Okay, just so you know, it's not so much that sauce, it's the combination of every sauce. I think we just gave Takis a new flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like make a grown man cry. Taki. Oh man, you're eating like wow. You like salsa a lot? No? You can fool me, man. I'm sweating over here, turning red and everything. Ah.
This is a good one.
Yeah, who comes after this? Oh man. Oh no.
You're setting the bar, man.
Wait, you guys try the ghost chili pepper.
Oh no, we're good.
We'll leave that one for next time.
I'm eyeballing the ice.
Is it ready? I think it's getting there.
Yeah, with Pepe, it's a rock band. We came actually. We got the strange enough. We got the gigs when we tried to do this. We were sitting at a restaurant, and my friend told me he'd been out of the picture for about 6 years. And every year we tell him, hey, come on, let's go back, because his range of voice is really high, man. He sings from Bohemian Rhapsody to from Mana to AC/DC, and he goes back to Bon Jovi, cover songs and stuff. And then we have Gotti, which is right now Gotti is actually has a new single out in Tejano World in Hawaii, which is also part of the Pin, which is great talent in those folks. And we're sitting across the table, and he said, "You went, compadre, I'm ready." I'm like, okay, well, let me, because we're buying lunch, right? We're eating lunch, and I ordered like bunch of Diet Cokes, and I had a salad, and he had like some nachos, I think. I'm ready, and I'm like, okay, well, let me get the waiter. I know, but I'm ready. Okay, so let me just get the waiter. Like, I'm telling you, I'm ready. I know you said you're ready. Let me just get he's probably busy. He goes, but he was saying he's ready to go back on stage.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm ready. I'm like, are you kidding me? He goes, no. So I made a call right there and then. And I kid you not, we got 2 gigs before we had a band. Yeah, they give us because he had a good reputation. He had played in the Eagle Pass scene as part of a band called Karma, and then Yapi, and Promesa. Before they were well known and locally, so people were waiting for him to come back. And then we just went from there, and people were real. They accepted us with open arms, every city, and especially the casino that gave us a great opportunity. And now we're here. But that also opened a lot of doors for me in the Tejano industry.
Good. Now you're playing with Grupo Vida.
Yes. It was first. I remember December 14th, coming back from San Antonio. I got a call from Tony from Sombra. Well, like a message first of all. I know about Vida, and he asked me, "Hey, man," and I couldn't believe it, man, because this is Tony. This is La Sombra. I watched this Cats and Johnny Canales show next to, Los Chamacos, and we saw him next to Excelencia and Fiebre. Like.
Yeah, he's a real legend, man.
Oh, man. So I was like, wow. He goes, okay, this is December 14th. Yeah, we got a couple of shows. And so we agreed, and we talked about it. We made an arrangement, and he says we have a list of 1 billion songs, right? And most of them I knew because I was raised, I would buy the CDs, the tapes, and the albums, right? So the first show is going to be Monterrey. I'm like, what? Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then after that, we took a time off because of he's being out for surgery, and now he's getting better. And then Mikey Molini, he's the one that gave me a call one time. I did a show in Del Rio on Saturday, July 4th weekend. So it was like July 1st, I think. He called. Yeah. He said, "Hey man, can you help us out? 4, 5, 5, 6." What? He goes, yeah. So it was because as Tim's been out for a little bit. He's doing better. I've heard he's doing his therapy and everything. Tim being a legend in his own too, being part of Vida since the get go. Yeah. Great drummer, man. Great drummer. The licks that he does, people still have difficulty trying to do them. Me and myself, trying to do the licks that he did. He's an awesome drummer, dynamically, and then and so he said to sit in while they get better. Me and among other drummers, they have a list of drummers that they call for the shows because they have booked. I mean, they were booked solid for this year. I was every week. It's to be part of the like what I wish you should see the Tejano Music Awards. I think my tongue just got numb. To see him Tejano Music Awards and being in bands that cover Grupo Vida's songs, now you get to play with the people
original.
The original. That's a blessing. This year, by far, since I started this journey, has been one of the most blessed years that I've had musically. I just door after door. Mind you, this didn't happen overnight. I got 4 years of doors being shut on me every time. No. Esto, lo otro. You're too. I heard a lot. You're too old. I'm like, what? But anyway.
You're too old.
No, you're too old. I'm not crying. You're crying. No. It was by far it's been musically the best year. I guess all the no's have prepared me for these yes. Yeah. That have been. Had I received this blessings or this opportunities 2 years ago, I don't think I would have been prepared. I would have second guessed myself. Now it's fully. I'm full on. Like Brenda told me, do this. Let's do it. I'm not gonna think twice about it. But again, to all folks, it's not something like that happens overnight.
Well, you were telling me earlier that that you played over 4,000 people, 5,000 people, and you said that was one of your biggest dreams.
Oh yeah,
It was pretty easy to play there, but to get there, how hard was it?
Yeah. One of the easiest things to do, one of the dreams that I do is play for thousands of people. I mean, thousands of people. I mean, not the 100,000s like arenas, but this is a lot of people. I know Juan P. Moreno was the one that organized this dance, and it was the Garcia brothers, the Los Filibertos, and Sombra was playing there too. And there was like, there's supposed to be a dance. So there's supposed to be a dance floor somewhere. There was no dance floor. There was just people.
Yeah.
There was just people. I'll send you the pictures. There was just people. And then wow, and then the intro, and it was my first gig, man. My first gig, and it was amazing. And then suddenly we ended up the last song from La Sombra. Que lejos se quedó. And it was a hit in Monterrey back in the day. Tony turned around and said, "Shh." I like quiet down, and the people just, I was like, whoa. I'm not gonna say I cried. I didn't cry. It was a sweat, but I got goosebumps, man. But to what you were saying, that was a dream of mine to play it for that much people, playing drums. But that was one of the easiest things that I ever done. And people probably want easy. It's one of the easiest. The difficult thing was to believe that I could play for thousands of people. That was the most difficult part, because it's taken me, like I said, over 15 years to believe in myself that I could do that. And it starts with you. It starts with oneself. No matter what anybody thinks, their perception of you doesn't have to become your reality. What they think of you has nothing to do with what you think. Well, as long as you think and you know, and of course do your practice and your research on it, right? You can't just like, oh, I believe I could fly. And, no, you gotta really do the work.
Yeah.
But it starts with believing in yourself, and nobody else matters, man. No matter. I've seen people turn me down. They turned me down. I said, no, you're not. They literally told me I'm not good enough. That I can't do this or I can't do that. You can't. What was that? You can't teach the old dog new tricks. I'm like, I don't know if to get offended because you call me old or dog. One of the two. Yeah. So, but no matter what, so long as you believe in yourself, it happens.
I would like to ask our guest, what do you want to leave this world? If after all this is over, what do you want to leave? What's the one thing you want people to remember you by?
Bottle of Jack Daniels. No, I'm just kidding. No. What I would want to leave is a legacy. And it's not my words, but I read them once. Is when you leave this world, people are going to forget what you did. They might forget what you told them. But one thing for sure is that they're never going to forget how you made them feel. And that goes in all aspects. If you're nice to a person, or if those kids that we play for are we've done something in their life that they're gonna remember us by, or the music that I've done either with La Vida, Compadre, Sombra, BCM, Pin, DJ Vera, Stoney, with Gotti. If we're able to touch people's life in some way, make them feel, that's something that they'll never forget in their life. And that's something I want to leave back, a legacy that at least my kids can say, hey, I'm going to be an astronaut. Yes, you can, mija. And he goes, your dad wanted to be a rock star. He got close, but hey, he wasn't that stage.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. Oh yeah. I got a lot of wolf in me.
Yeah.
I got a good 40 years. 40. I mean, I won't rest until it happens, man. I got too far to. I've gone through too much to say like, And don't get me wrong. There's days that I'm like, that's it. I can't take it anymore, man. This happened, and that's when you have to wake up every day. It's like, I gotta do it again, man. I gotta do it again. As kids are looking at me, I know, and there's a lot of haters, which I love, by the way. I know they keep me going, man. They keep me going. They want to see me fail. They want to see me, like, let's do this, let's do that, or like talk among themselves. Don't hire him, or don't hire him. Do it, man. Bring it. That's a challenge for me, because I'm not gonna stop until I get it, and for whatever means. And again, I'm not in it for the fame, because that does nothing for me. It does to do something, to give back something with the music, or anything that I could when it comes to drumming and music. Yeah, man, that's the best thing. So I would love to leave a legacy of being known as someone who at least tried to make you feel good or made you smile when you walked in the room.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's cool.
Yeah.
How would you get like Tejano music back to where it was? When it was she was in her prime. How would you is there any ideas like, how Tejano? Some people think right now is kind of down.
Yeah, don't say that word, D. Yeah, I don't.
What would you say?
What would you say? No, well, I don't think it's. I'm gonna say it, man. I don't think it's dead at all.
I don't think so either.
I don't think at all. It's just a lot of talents, a lot of new folks. Most radio. Excuse me. Damn. Still coming back. Most folks, a lot of folks like the DJs and the radios have to. I feel. They have to put interest in some of the local talents. I've seen some talents on some bands that are not known that I'm even going like, dude, these guys are heavy. They're gonna go somewhere, but they don't get the right exposure. And that's a bad word in the music scene too, I know, but like they don't get helped as much as people should. So Tejano's not dead, man. It's just being renovated. I mean, it's been here for ages. I mean, for even to tell you, we played in Houston. It was La Fama, La Diferencia, La Fiebre, La Sombra. We played and it was like slammed.
Yeah.
Because you go, well, people just want the old. No, man. A lot of the band members are new folks. That are playing in these bands, and it's not dead. It's just people who say it's dead is people who don't want it to keep it alive. That's what I feel. It's not dead. There's dances every week. How is it that like La Sombra, Electric Cowboys, Viva Vida are booked solid for a year? If it was dead, there would be hard to get gigs, and they're booked solid amongst other bands. I see a friend of mine, drummer Jorge Arellano, and from GDA and Rue Mendoza posting pictures and dates and Grupo. I mean, it's bombarded. A lot of people want music. Music is everything. And music is it soothes people. It can bring back memories, make you happy. Even in people who pass away in funerals, they want people to sing. So it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not dead. I mean, and like I said, anybody think it's dead is because they don't want to keep it alive.
When we first started doing these shows, I thought differently. I thought maybe Tejano was, like I said, down, or like it was dying. But as we started doing these shows, and we started interviewing people and musicians, and most of them are Tejanos, I started seeing that it's not. It's like it's still alive and well.
Yeah.
And like you said, there's a lot of good talent. There's extremely excellent talent out there, man.
Oh yeah.
And they're doing original stuff, and not just original stuff, but they're also doing like all the old stuff too. They're keeping the old stuff too, like alive, but there's a lot of good original stuff too.
Right now, I just read on Facebook, Pio Trevino just signed with Freddie Records. Mm-hmm. Pio Trevino, and I saw him at the casino, and I've always been a Pio Trevino fan, man. He's old school. He's old school, but he's solid, man. I got to meet him.
Yeah.
And he keeps it alive, man. The old music reminds me of the rallies. You know how you used to close the street when somebody was campaigning,
yeah.
And they sell menudo or whatever, and they had like beer for the folks, and they have a band, and they covered and sounded like Pio Trevino or La Mafia or Mas or whoever.
Yeah.
It brings me back of those times, and I was hearing him. Dude, he hasn't changed. His voice hasn't changed. I was like, wow. So just show you, Pio, and Pio has a couple of years on me. Well, more than that, but but he has a couple of years on me and he's just getting signed with Freddie Records. I mean, he's going places. I mean, Tejano's not dead at all. Any music. I mean, maybe reggaeton, but I don't know. But no, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of beats in there. I just,
There we go, a lot of hate.
I know.
Well, all right, man. A lot of good stuff here. Well, we'll do these questions here.
Okay, let's shoot.
All right. Question number 1.
Go.
What is your favorite word?
Word. No.
All right. That's good.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite word?
No.
What turns you on?
Oh man, that's so. That's like in one word. or
First thing that comes into your mind, man.
Women? I don't know.
Okay, what turns you off?
Negative people. Yeah.
What sound or noise do you love?
Oh man, that's actually piano.
Piano.
Yeah.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, that would be like the lawnmower going off at like 7:00 in the morning after having a show.
Cool. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, can I say it?
Go for it, man.
It's because it comes out even in church. Yeah, because it's not a bad word. It's just like cabrón. It comes out like when you're well.
Yeah. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Oh, as far as outside music,
Right.
a doctor, dude.
Doctor.
Yeah.
And what profession would you not like to do?
Yeah. I wouldn't. Bass player? No.
That's the first thing that came to his mind.
No. Like a job that requires like sanitation.
That is, I think we had that one before, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. And finally, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Like, you know, you can't come in here, right?
Yeah.
No, I was like, you're good.
Manuel, man, you've been awesome.
Oh, thank you for having me, buddy.
Thank you for being here, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank
had
you.
fun,
Thank
man.
you so much. Yeah.
And all these cameras are for you, man. Tell them what's up.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess thank you for having me here, and hopefully, once this podcast, you'll get some information. Be on the lookout for me going out with the bands that I've been blessed and fortunate to be playing with, and I also want to take time to make sure that y'all click on Gary Garida's new song, Voy a Ir. As far as a pin, we're looking for a city near you real soon with the Hold My Beer tour. And also with I know La Sombra has got new things coming up, and I can't say enough about Vida and Electric Cowboys. They're booked solid, man. They're a great bunch of guys. So if you haven't seen them or you haven't booked them yet, do it, because those guys are I won't say making comeback. They've always been there.
Yeah.
They've always been there. It's just that they're coming to a city near you. At the times I've been with them, God, I've been blown away with their talent. And remember, guys, make somebody smile today. It takes a little bit of effort, and it makes a big difference.
Cool. Awesome. Oh, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you, buddy.
That's a wrap.
Do I do this?
Outro. Oh, man. What do you like?